My name is Mac Potts. I was born blind.
I'm Cindy, and I'm currently totally blind.
I'm Jerry, and in a moment, Cindy is going to tell us all how she'll reject a guy for not being pleasing on the eye, even though she can't see. But this is actually fantastic news, and I'll tell you why. Dating in the Dark was a show where hopeful romantics could only interact in a pitch black room. This meant that romantic connections were built based only on their ability to hear each other, smell each other, touch each other, and even taste each other, but not see each other until the end of the episode, where that connection would immediately fall apart as soon as she saw that he wasn't hot. Turns out, no amount of human connection is a match for that dreaded light switch. But that shouldn't be too surprising if you're familiar with the halo effect bias. This is where having a positive impression of one aspect of a person, for example, thinking that they're dressed well, causes us to assume that they have positive characteristics in other areas, such as intelligence. It stands to reason then that if a girl can't see your face, but she likes your personality, your voice, and even your height, she's not only going to assume that you have an attractive face, but she's also going to start creating a picture in her mind about what you look like. So when you don't meet her expectation, it's especially disappointing because of all the build-up. So after seeing this show, I thought to myself, if a girl won't give you a chance to show your personality because you're not good looking enough, and a girl who's genuinely attracted to your personality will disregard that attraction when she sees you because you're not her type, well then, I guess your best bet is to find someone who'll never see what you look like, and therefore she'll have no choice but to judge you for the actual human being that you are on the inside, rather than prioritising your looks like those other shallow girls.
I think I'm pretty shallow, just like everyone else.
Oh.
I've had people influence me, like this person's super hot or
Just from their reaction of like, oh, like he looks good or something like that, I was kind of like, okay, he's good.
That's right. Even blind people are judging your looks on a look scale that they can't even see. Now you might say, Jerry, what's the problem, mate? Just because they're blind don't mean they can't seek out beauty like everyone else. And I agree. But if you can't see why this is actually quite weird, let's make eyesight analogous to taste buds. If you'd lost your sense of taste in some kind of tragic wine tasting accident, and I offered you 2 meals that you'd never had before, I would expect you to ask me which one had the best nutritional value, or which one was the most filling, or provides the most energy. But if you told me that you actually cared about the taste of these meals, when you have no sense of taste, I would literally throw you off the top of a cage. Your decision as to whether you'll engage with a thing is going to be influenced by a variable that literally makes no difference to your personal experience of that thing. It sounds ridiculous when you're talking about food, so why not for looks? Well, let's ask the blind people.
People tell me all the time, oh, wow, you got lucky. She's gorgeous. She's a looker. She's cute. She's a hot one.
Like, I think I was not really super concerned at someone like describing individual features, but more the affirmation from my friends that someone was cute. Like, I want to be seen with attractive people.
Do you think the reason blind people are so honest is because they can't see the look of disappointment on our faces when they say stuff like that?
It does make me feel more validated, like, ooh, yeah, I'm making you jealous now, obviously. You're looking at her like, oh, don't you wish she was yours? But no, she's mine.
And that's what today's video is really about. Attractive people don't have status. They are status. Handsome men are a status tool amongst women. Handsome is in the same realm as fame or wealth or a particular career or accomplishment. It's even the same for a guy's height.
How tall are your guys, dudes?
My guy's 6'3".
Did you hear that?
Oh.
That's the reaction a woman gets for being with a tall guy. And that social approval also goes for being with a guy that society has labelled as being handsome. We'll talk more about being labelled as handsome in a second, because it actually goes deeper than you think. This is because your attractiveness is her attractiveness by proxy. So if she's with a guy who looks like he has his pick of women, then it validates her attractiveness that he's chosen to be with her. This also has an effect on how attractive a woman finds you. I've already talked about this in an earlier video about mate choice copying, but this attractiveness association can also work against you. For example, if a woman who thinks she's attractive also finds you attractive, but then discovers that your exes were ugly, she'll instantly find you less attractive. But why? Your facial features haven't changed, your height hasn't changed, your sense of humour, charisma and intelligence haven't changed, but the value of your validation has changed because you don't appear to actually have high standards, and in fact, your standards might suggest to other people that she's the same level of attractiveness as your ugly exes, and validation value as the power to change your social standing. This level of shallowness obviously sounds terrible, but it's actually a really good thing, and here's why. 1. If how attractive a person finds you can be manipulated by how attractive other people find you, it means that your attractiveness score isn't predetermined by your genetics. And 2, women don't actually all find the same things physically attractive. There's just a lot of societal pressure telling them they should. I mean, if a woman even dares say that she doesn't find Brad Pitt attractive or that Ryan Gosling is just average, she'll immediately be shouted down by men.
You think Ryan fucking Gosling is average?
I do. I think he's average. Now, so
Ryan Gosling is average. We're all complete. We may as well just stop dating.
Okay.
Most men are less attractive than Ryan Gosling, and yet many men are in relationships with women. That would mean one of two things. Either virtually zero women are attracted to their husbands and boyfriends, or they are pretending to believe that movie stars are not good enough for them. Why would they do that? Validation.
If we were to stratify men on Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, Hot or Not, whatever, he is going to be in the top 1% of the top 1% of men. So to call him average is just a cope that women are using to make themselves feel better.
And it happens to guys too. When I was at school, I said to my mates that I didn't get why everyone thought Angelina Jolie was so hot. And guess what? They accused me of just trying to be different. They roasted me because Angelina Jolie wouldn't look twice at you anyway. And then they accused me of being gay. People explicitly labelled as conventionally attractive are like biological celebrities. I mean, think about celebrities. People will queue up just to take photos with celebrities that they haven't even heard of, just because they've seen other people queuing up to take a photo. Because the value of celebrity goes beyond whether or not people actually like the thing that you're famous for. But here's the thing about celebrities. Not all women think Brad Pitt is hot, and some of them think that Ryan Gosling is just average, because women still have personal preference. And contrary to what you might have been told, height won't save you if she doesn't like your face.
Oh, you're charming. Oh, you're charming. Oh, you're charming.
A handsome face won't save you if she doesn't dig your personality.
I think my pretty boy looks kind of give the wrong impression of who I am.
God, it's so confusing. He's good looking, but is he my type? I just don't know. Sorry.
No worries.
And if you ever do find yourself hoping to date a blind girl, although it might seem like your connection is doomed if her friends don't find you attractive, I truly believe that if you're kind enough, if you're smart enough, if you're smooth, charming and charismatic enough, you can probably convince her friends to lie to her and tell her that you're good looking.